You have the right to remain silent, you have the right to free speech, you have many rights, but soon you may not have the right to repair. Welcome back to A Licensed Mechanic Reacts. I'm Lance Mechanics and welcome to my repair area. So as I sit here in my shop and I look around at what I have invested in tools, like it's a mess, but at least $100,000, and I think to myself, if this right to repair bullcrap passes, or doesn't pass, I should say, if the OEM manufacturers get their way, I have a lot of time and money invested, and I wouldn't be able to do private stuff. I'd be forced to go to a dealership, which sucks. So some people may be interested in hearing what a licensed mechanic's opinion is on this. I'll get right to the bread and the butter of this one. Is the only thing I think a person shouldn't be touching on the vehicle is the airbag system, and that comes from experience and more of a safety thing. In theory, an airbag can be set off by a static, like a spark, a discharge from you, like you rub it and zzz. In theory, will it happen? No. And I think there should be laws against people tampering with the airbag system. I see a lot of YouTube videos where some shady people, they put in resistors in there, because honestly, if you get a scan tool, it shows you the resistance of the damn thing. Like, this is a lot of power in some shady people's hands these days. If they know the resistance of an airbag, they can basically pull the airbag out, put a resistor in, and you'd be on the wiser until you got into an accident or you paid somebody for an inspection. That's the only thing I'm against. And it's more for the people who aren't truthful or shady. But overall, I don't see a reason why the average person can't pull out tools and work on their own vehicle. And right to repair seems to be more targeting private garages in my mind. There's always going to be people who do their own stuff, DIYers. YouTube's very helpful. The internet is amazing for that. Like, the internet's bringing you to this video. And for anybody who doesn't know, in June, the CEO of Ford and GM went to Trump to try and say, we're all too stupid to do repairs on ourselves. It's going to kill us, hurt us. And that was their argument. Luckily, Trump just kind of looked at them, or I don't know what he looked at, but his tweet was interesting. They really, really want private garages to not exist. They want 100% of the repairs. Because for those who don't know, yes, the dealerships sell the cars, but a lot of money is in the repairs. The garage in the back with all the mechanics who aren't being paid enough, they are generating a lot of the profit. You can sell so many cars, but at the end of the day, those cars come back for repairs. The repairs are worth more than what they made on the car, and a lot of people don't seem to understand that. And cars are expensive these days. Holy cow. Who the heck is paying $60,000 for a Civic out the door finance? That's Canadian, by the way. That's a lot of money. It's a Civic at the end of the day. Things are just out of whack. So yeah, back on focus here. Right to repair goes across every industry. I remember watching it in the early 2010s, Louis Rossmann's content, him pushing back against Apple. Apple is the biggest offender in my mind. It seems Tesla released a lot of their stuff online for free, which is amazing. You can find schematics, repair procedures for a vehicle, which is unheard of for the other OEMs. You got to pay to get that access. Good on them. They do fall short in other areas, unfortunately. You take the wins with the losses. Right now, for me, Ford and GM are really, really, I'm going to say it, pissing me off with this. And it should be pissing you off too. To take your right to own a vehicle and say you're just too stupid to handle what's on it. I keep saying to people, cars are complicated. It just means you need a different skill set, and you got to be willing to invest now. You can't just go back into your 1990s and older car and fiddle around with it and be successful. Now, you got to invest in scan tools. You got to invest in actual tools, and you have to have a basic understanding. And I think that's enough where most people can get by. And YouTube videos, these chat videos, repair videos, they're very, very helpful. And I think it's underutilized, and a lot of people do use it. But the general public, you need to use it more. It'll help you out. It'll save you thousands of dollars. It saved me a lot over the years. I've gone to videos where I was like stumped, and then something unrelated I just seen in the corner of my eye. I'm like, wait, that doesn't look right. And it helped me repair something. That's me as a licensed mechanic. I used videos too. If you're not using every available resource to you, you're not doing your customer justice, you're not doing yourself justice. That's my opinion. So what can you as the average consumer do? Well, you can always write to your Congress, write to your government. You got to really be vocal about this. I remember, this is a story, this may or may not be related in your mind. In 2016, the head of the MTO came around Canada. He went to every single mechanic. They did big groups of people. And the first thing he said is, you automotive guys are very unorganized. You're all independent. You got no say. Whereas when he deals with truck and coach, all the trucking companies, they pay lobbyists. Lobbyists, oh, that word should be a swear. And he said when they don't like something, they lobby against it and they get it changed in their favor. He's like, but you automotive people, you're not vocal. You're very independent and you don't seem to grasp the bigger picture. Can we say that about the average person owning a vehicle? At the end of the day, you're like, hey, I get into my vehicle, I turn the key, I drive to work, I drive back. And not all you will experience this. Some of you may want to be like, oh, well, I'm hearing noises. I want to actually fix it. And good for you. That's the way it should be. And if you want to fix it, you should have the right to fix it. And Ford and GM shouldn't take that right away from you. If you can change a bulb, awesome. If you can change a larger component, a water pump, serpentine belts, awesome. That's the stuff you need to be looking at. And if you get into more complicated things when you need a scan tool and you want to invest in that, good for you. They shouldn't stop you from doing that. That's my opinion. Right to repair should be for everybody. And if you don't have the experience and them saying it's dangerous, that's a whole other issue. I'm pretty sure a lot of people aren't going to mess around with hybrid and fully electric systems without training or a better knowledge. And if you do, I hope you're asking someone who does have that experience. That's the way it should be. Get the experience. Anyways, this is another Lance Mechanics Reacts video. I know I didn't put any actual literature in here or anything. Right to repair is huge, and I think everybody should get on board with it. Anyways, I'm releasing these videos every Friday. I hope you stay tuned. Have a good one.